Hello, everybody. Welcome to MadPod Studios. And today is another episode of MadPod Talks. Today is another episode of MadPod Talks. I told you guys, we are back. We are live, and it's about to take a very big turn. Guess what? In our upcoming shows, we have a couple of topics that we're going to be discussing. So I'm here today to just brief you guys about each and every one of these topics. So to start with, we have education for the youth in Ghana. We have career opportunities for the youth in Ghana. And then we have startups for youth in Ghana. And then the one main topic that might be a little bit not just disruptive and controversial, but a very important topic is substance abuse for the youth in Ghana. It's a lot, isn't it? But guess what? I'm going to break these things down. You guys have to tune in. Remember, all our social media handles are at MadPod Studios with an underscore. So MadPod Studios with an underscore. Now let's dive a little bit in. MadPod, talks is not just about always the vibes and stuff, but we also have a very important responsibility, and a responsibility that cuts across each and every Ghanaian youth. And so we have curtailed a couple of key topics that we want to ensure that throughout the whole year, we're going to dive deeper and deeper and deeper so that it can benefit our listeners. Now, let's look at education for the youth. Empowering Ghanaian youth through quality education. And one of these things is we have to realize that education is at the forefront of development for every country. Education remains a vital tool for uplifting Ghanaian youth and providing them with essential knowledge and skills. Now, in Ghana, particularly, we have about over 1.2 million out of school children. Can you imagine? Isn't that scary? 1.2 million out of school children. And the youth are facing certain vulnerabilities like child labor and displacement. All of these things are crucial for our development. They need to be resolved. And this is why MadPod is here today. MadPod is here to ensure that we can bring these, table them, and find solutions by having our listeners contribute and purposely figure out what we should do as one people. The next topic, as I mentioned, was career opportunities for the youth in Ghana. Navigating career pathways, expanding the horizons for Ghanaian youth in a dynamic job market. Do you know that we have nearly over 500,000 young people entering the job market each year? Each year, yes, we have over 500,000 youth entering the job market each year. And it's a little bit scary because actually, I feel like it's a little bit more. But the biggest thing is, how do we find employment for these 500,000 people enrolling out every each year? I know that the government is doing a lot through the Youth Employment Agency and um, the Ghana Remote and Online Work, program, which is they call it the Grow. But it's not enough. It's not enough. However, it's a good start, and so we need to applaud the government for the right steps they are taking in the right direction. But it's also a topic for discussion. It's a topic that we need to come together and figure out how do we maximize the productivity and the efficiency of these programs, and even introduce new skills and new opportunities as well. Then we have startups. You finish university, you have an idea, you have a dream. Yes, you have a dream. But then now you're wondering, how do I realize this dream? Where do I go to for support? Who holds my hand to help me, figure out how I can make this become a reality? Ghana is a wonderful place to start a business. I'm not gonna lie. Ghana is one of many countries sorry, actually, one of a few countries that actually provide the necessary assistance to you as an individual to grow your business. But our youth are not, they are not aware of the processes involved or how to go about it. Hold on. That's why MadPod is here. We will take you through step by step. We would help you understand what it takes to realize your dream, how you need to figure out what you need to do to get to see your startup become the next big thing. It's not just about the money, and it's not just about having the dream. It's a lot more. And this is why MadPod is here. I'm gonna go to our last topic, but remember, all our social media handles are at MadPod Studios with an underscore. MadPod Studios with an underscore. Thank you very much. Now, our last topic is on substance abuse. Red, oh, red. You know, and the boys, they shilly, everything they go on. Let me tell you something. Substance abuse is real. We are being misled. We are being taken through a path of no return as the youth. This generation and what is yet to come in the future does not have any room for substance abuse, guaranteed. And so it is about time that we look at the Ghanaian youth in a very holistic awareness with regards to public health crisis. It's clear that about 42.3% of adolescents having consumed alcohol and the surge of opioid usage or misuse like tramadol and all those other things. I mean, it's evident that these factors are related to things like stress and then other things like family dynamics. So I'm not necessarily saying that it's peer pressure. No. And this is where it's important to understand that mental health is a very huge topic in our country. Again, this is why MadPod is here today. Ladies and gentlemen, you will be seeing us, as I mentioned, in our consecutive programs. Make sure you tune in. All our social media handles are MadPod Studio with an underscore. Thank you very much. This is OB, and I sign out. Cheers.